What is up, everybody? I am your current and longest reigning WWE pay-per-view champion, the hot commodity, the one that you all came to see, the one and only Ant C. And I'm joined by my good friend and co-host. Introduce yourself, sir.
My name is Christian Morales, the future pay-per-view champion of the Uncensored Pro Wrestling Podcast. Um,
Yeah, and we'll see. You said that
I
at the Royal Rumble predictions that didn't happen, so I
I
don't
am
know, sir.
here to challenge my host here to a match. Here we have a pay-per-view. You know what I'm saying? So I'm here. I'm ready. I took an L my rookie match. I took an L. But now I'm bouncing back from that L, and I'm going into WrestleMania Hollywood as your Uncensored Pro Wrestling Podcast pay-per-view predictions champion.
Listen, why hire a new talent when you got the star right here? So keep on dreaming, sir. Here is a deal. Respect to you, sir. You are a good competitor, and well, respect and take your challenge. I almost lost last pay-per-view, so this one I'm not
Hey,
gonna
you
lie to
failed
you,
both
everybody.
Royal Rumble winners. Perfect though.
I did, but I will say though, this pay-per-view, I'm a little bit more nervous about. I still, as we speak, don't have my picks. So this is gonna be a fun one. We are covering the Uncensored Wrestling Podcast, and we are covering WWE Elimination Chamber 2023, our predictions episode. We are going to compete for my WWE pay-per-view championship. And we're on the road to WrestleMania. It's gonna be a big night, 5 matches live in Montreal, Quebec, Canada. Based on last night's SmackDown, we're gonna have a hell of a crowd, so I'm excited for that. Let's dive right into the action. The first match we're gonna talk about is a special mixed tag team match. Finn Balor and Rhea Ripley of Judgment Day taking on the team of Hall of Famers Edge and the Glamazon Beth Phoenix, the Grit couple. This rivalry has been going back to Extreme Rules last year when Rhea Ripley hit Beth Phoenix with a concerto and laid her, like, pretty much knocked her out unconscious. And that was kind of Judgment Day's way of getting to Edge and breaking his spirit. Then we saw the return of the Glamazon at the Royal Rumble. She spared Rhea Ripley, and a couple of nights after the Rumble, we saw Judgment Day continue to attack Edge. Rhea got involved, and Beth Phoenix has come out to stand up to not only Rhea, but also Dominic, hitting Dominic with the Glam Slam. However, last week on Raw, we saw Rhea Ripley with the advantage, nailing the Riptide to the Glamazon. I honestly think we're going to see Glamazon versus Nightmare because I have a feeling that we're going to get Balor and Edge at Mania, which I wouldn't mind to see. But I think that these two women are going to become the integral parts of this match and the ones to look out for. I'm going to throw out my pick right away. I honestly didn't know. I'm still going back and forth because I'm not a writer for WWE, so I don't know what they're going to do. But for me, if I'm going to book Edge versus Balor, something bad has to happen to Beth, or something has to happen for Edge to want to get more vengeance on Balor. If Edge and Beth win tonight, then there's no purpose for Edge to want to fight Balor alone. I mean, if he's already gotten the win, maybe he wants to do it out of distraction of the women being involved. But for me, I think, and I hate to say this because Edge is my favorite, and I should never bet against Edge, but I have to go with Rhea Ripley and Finn Balor, just also on the basis that Rhea Ripley is the number one contender for the SmackDown Women's Championship. If you have her losing to a Hall of Famer, what does that do for your women's title match? And can she beat Charlotte Flair if she can't beat Beth Phoenix? And also, thinking Edge and Balor are going to fight at Mania. So that's my goal. I think it's be a good match, but I really do think that for storyline purposes, I think we need to see Judgment Day get a win over Edge and Beth Phoenix tonight. So that's my prediction. Who are you going with, sir?
I literally, and I don't want to sound like this, I literally agree with everything you just said. You literally nailed it. Like
Oh,
I think I agree. You have to have the Judgment Day win this match. Like you mentioned, something has to happen to Beth, whether it's you know Balor accidentally like kicks her or something or beats her at like something has to happen. I agree. Um and yeah, I you nailed it. I agree.
Yeah,
I'm
dude, I
also
think we're gonna
taking the
agree.
Judgment Day on this one.
Judgment Day, come on, go. Why not go against your champion, right? Um, Here's a match that is going to be hard for you to go with Christian because I don't even know. We're having two mega athletes, Bobby Lashley taking on Brock
Ooh.
Lesnar. I mean, these guys have fought in the past. Lashley has defeated, well, he beat Lesnar twice, right? And then he eliminated Lesnar from the Royal Rumble match this past month in January. Lashley has been sort of like hiding from Lesnar. He's behind security guards. Lesnar's been able to nail a couple of F5s to Lashley. But this past week on Raw, Bobby Lashley was the one with sort of the what's that word called? I just said it earlier. The one that has more of a chance going into the pay-per-view elimination chamber because Lashley ended up sparing Brock Lesnar, dropping the contract on him. Man, I'm gonna throw it to you because I have no idea what this one. Who do you think is leaving chamber? But also, before I throw it to you, I do want to put in one factor into this thought process here. Bray Wyatt just opened a challenge to Lashley or Lesnar, and so whichever one wins, I want you. Will Wyatt play a role? I'm gonna throw it to you. Who's leaving chamber the winner?
I th- See. I wanted to go with. I thought the match was gonna end with no one wins. It's gonna end via disqualification, and I thought they were gonna book the match at Mania. But if Bray Wyatt's in the picture, and if we're gonna see something with Bray Wyatt involved with these, I definitely think maybe Bobby Lashley wins this one. We've seen Brock Lesnar fucking with him the last couple of weeks. Um, Bobby Lashley, he has this confidence. We're doing it on his terms. He didn't go to the ring, to meet him with him. You saw the last time they met, Lashley kicked his ass a little bit. So, I definitely think we'll see a Bray. I don't want to see the Bray Wyatt versus Lashley, but I don't know. I definitely think Lashley, and I don't want to say this is an upset because Lashley's a big boy. So I think Bobby Lashley is gonna leave the elimination chamber here with the win.
So I'm torn here because the only reason I think it's hard for me to choose between these guys because Lashley has won so much against Brock that's kind of like if he loses again, it's like Brock, why do you keep losing to Bobby? People are going to start to think that. However, that's not such a bad idea if you want to build up Bobby Lashley. Also Bray Wyatt, this also throws a wrench into everything because Wyatt's unstable. We don't know what he's going to do, who he wants to fight. Um, I don't know, my man. I hate to do this. I think we're gonna see Lesnar win this one. I think we're gonna see Lesnar beat Bobby just because I feel like honestly, and I hate, not that I hate to say this, but I would rather see Brock and Wyatt than Lashley and Wyatt because I just don't think like in my eyes, I'm sorry, Brock Lesnar is more of a top star than Bobby Lashley. And if you're Bray Wyatt and you want to go against the best, no offense to Lashley, but Brock Lesnar is the best. However, maybe Lashley will prove tonight that he's better than Brock. I don't know, but I don't know, my man. You went with Bobby Lashley. I have to go with Brock Lesnar. I think he needs this win. He keeps losing. He's been, yeah, he has a momentum. He attacks Lashley from behind, but when they actually fight, he always loses. So for me, I need to see Brock get a win here. I do have a feeling though you could get a no contest and have Wyatt come out and cause issues. I don't know. It's just strange for Wyatt to come out and make that challenge before this match. But I'm gonna go with Brock for this one here.
Alrighty.
All right, moving right along. This next match is the first Elimination Chamber match that we're going to cover. It is for the WWE United States Championship. The champion Austin Theory defending against Damian Priest, Seth Rollins, Johnny Gargano, Bronson Reed, and Montez Ford. These are all sort of fresh faces, which I'm excited to see these guys compete in the Elimination Chamber match. Elimination Chamber is obviously very hard on the body. We saw Brock Lesnar F5 Austin Theory off of it pretty much. So it's taxing on the body for sure. This match is going to be dominated probably between the feud with Austin Theory and Seth Rollins. But a lot of these guys are, good competitors. Who do you think is leaving the U.S. champion, Christian? I have no idea. Who do you think is leaving this one?
I have no idea. Um, I would love to see Damian Priest win.
What's that?
I would love to see Damian Priest win, but that's not my official pick. Um,
Do we think Cena's gonna fight Theory at Mania? Because that's also something to consider. Because if Theory's fighting Cena, will he defend the title or will he just fight Cena, just have a match?
you can say the same thing about Logan Paul and Rollins.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Uh,
I don't know. There's a lot of guys. I mean, this is why the chamber matches are so hard because anyone could win. I don't think it's going to be Ford. I don't see Bronson Reed winning. If anybody winning, I see it being Priest, Rollins, Gargano, or Theory. I don't know which one. Gargano, I like Gargano, but I don't see them giving him right now. I don't know. I mean, if Rollins wins this, then he has, he definitely has a road to Mania. He definitely is champion. He can say like, but that's not what he wants. He doesn't want to necessarily go into WrestleMania as United States champion, right? He wants the main event. I don't know.
I'm going to go. I think Austin Theory retains the United States Championship tonight.
Okay.
That's my official pick. Um, just because I don't see why they would kill the momentum going right now
Yeah.
for him. Um, maybe he defends it against Cena, so what? I think I can see Austin Theory retaining the title for sure.
I agree. I also agree with you, my friend. I think Theory is going to retain. I think Paul might get involved in some way, shape, or form. Probably not, but he might. But I don't know. I can see, especially with the whole, WWE 2K23 story mode being John Cena's matches, him losing. I could definitely see them being like, we're in Hollywood, and John Cena is one of the biggest stars, and Austin Theory, and so I think I could see that happening. So I agree for that reason. Theory retaining the title. I don't know how, but I see it happening as well. Well, we talked about the men's, and we now must talk about the women's. The women's number one contendership for the Raw Women's title, Bianca Belair, her title, her challenger will be the winner of this match at WrestleMania 39, right? And the competitors in this one we have Carmella, Asuka, Natalia, Nikki Cross, Liv Morgan, and Raquel Rodriguez. I'm torn here because I want to go with Asuka. I want to see Asuka versus Belair at Mania. However, because she keeps on winning, I'm scared that WWE might pull a little, fuck over type thing. I could see them doing a Raquel versus Bianca. Not that I want to see that. I could see them doing a Liv versus Bianca. Um, I don't know. I'm kind of scared for my pick here because I do
Me
like
too.
Asuka, but I don't know if they're gonna give it to her. She's been winning all the time. If she wins, it's like she's been dominant. Um, I don't know. I know it's not going to be Carmella. I doubt that. I doubt Natalia. Nikki Cross. I think out of the two of them, it's going to the three picks for me would either be Asuka, Liv, or Raquel.
I agree.
Um, I'm gonna bite the bullet. I'm just gonna be safe. I'm gonna go with Asuka. I think Asuka, she's has she won an elimination chamber match before? No, right? I think she's the talk of the town right now. She's come back. She's been unstoppable since the Royal Rumble. Um, her and Bianca haven't really fought before. They fought like in a triple threat match, but they haven't really done a lot of like one-on-one stuff. So I could see Asuka versus Bianca Belair at WrestleMania. How about you, sir? Who are you going with?
Raquel Rodriguez.
Oh,
Raquel Rodriguez. Um, we know we're not. We know the whole SmackDown championship's out of the picture. So I definitely think now that her arm's good, she was in the Rumble. I don't think it's Liv. I do think they're gonna fuck up with Oscar, and I don't think Liv Morgan is gonna get another title opportunity anytime soon. So I'm gonna pull a wild card here. I'm gonna say Raquel Rodriguez takes this win.
Okay, see, I love Big Mommy Cole, so I would be happy to see her win too. I don't know, man. I was having a feeling like if I was booking WrestleMania, I'd book Asuka versus Belair over Raquel versus Belair. But again, I'm not the one booking it. I do think Raquel is a great talent, but I think she needs to be built up a bit more for WrestleMania title shots. Just what I think. But okay, all right. So we have come to our main event, the WWE Undisputed Championship. The Undisputed Champion Roman Reigns defending his bloodline, defending the Island of Relevancy against Sami Zayn. These guys have 9 months of history together. Sami has had Roman's back. We talked about it for weeks and weeks how great the story is going to be when Sami ends up getting fucked over or Sami ends up leaving. He did. He ends up attacking Roman Reigns with a steel chair at the Royal Rumble event. However, the bloodline decimates Sami. Sami gets his revenge and he was able to challenge Roman. We've had a big fight feel. He's got a lot of talks from guys like Cody Rhodes, and it's his chance to defeat the big dog before WrestleMania. We know that so far Cody Rhodes won the Rumble, so he will fight the winner of this match. Will it be Roman versus Cody at Mania or Sami versus Cody? Christian, I'm going to throw it to you. What do you think is going to happen tonight?
Um, I don't think Roman Reigns is gonna lose the title tonight. I'm sorry. It's gonna be a sad story, a sad part of the story. I don't think the story's over. I do think Kevin Owens will pop up in the picture again. We are in Canada. We're in Canada. Don't forget that Kevin Owens is also from Canada. So
Montreal screw job.
I was getting there.
Sorry.
I think Kevin Owens will. He will be involved. He will play a part. I don't know. Now that I'm thinking about it, because we know the Usos won't be there. Um, damn, hold up. I just can't see them giving the title to Sami Zayn. I, what the fuck are you gonna do with Roman Reigns? You're gonna tell me Roman Reigns isn't gonna be at WrestleMania 39 after all at WrestleMania Hollywood after all this shit?
They
Really?
should have put one title on the line so that way it would have made, because I don't think Sammy's going to hold both titles. Roman can't not be at WrestleMania, so that kind of like ruins it. But go ahead.
I agree. I don't think we're gonna see The Rock, but I do think we're gonna see Kevin Owens. I don't know.
I don't
I'm
know.
playing the safe card here because I really don't think Sammy's gonna win it. I'm sorry. I'm going with Roman Reigns.
All right. I think Roman's going to win. In the option that I heard that Ant tossed around was that maybe Sammy might win by DQ. Like maybe there might be some kind of like,
Yeah,
conspiracy in
that could
that way.
happen.
I don't know, but I'm gonna go with Roman Reigns because I was saying that if Sammy wins by DQ, then Sammy can easily be like, "Oh, I want to be added to the match at Mania and have it be a triple threat." I want it to be a clear victory, though. I think there's going to be some kind of screw job. They're in Montreal. Why wouldn't they? Um, and I don't know. I just think Roman's going to enter Mania. This is the last stop before it. I don't think Roman's going to lose. Why would he? But I don't think I'm going to lose either because I am the greatest WWE pay-per-view champion of all time. And I'm so excited to defend my title. Tonight, we are at our last stop before WrestleMania goes Hollywood. I'm so excited. Elimination Chamber 2023. I'm excited for the two matches. It only comes around once a year. We got a lot coming on. Also, Christian, we have to promote Dynamite. I know we haven't been able to push those out tomorrow, brother. We can, we'll make a plan for that. We have
Did
Revolution. That dude, Revolution's coming up. The 60-minute Iron Man match, MJF and John
Yeah.
and who was it? Brian Danielson.
Honestly, the last the last couple of weeks of before we wrap up here, I'll talk
Yep.
a little bit
Yeah.
of about AEW since we
Yeah.
haven't really
Yeah.
talked too much about AEW. Just a quick little brief of what's going on. We know I jumped out of my seat. Favorite wrestler Adam Cole is back.
Yep. Yep. Yep.
He's back. We don't know who's gonna wrestle. Um, we know the matches that have been announced for Revolution. It will be Hangman Adam Page versus John Moxley in a Texas Death Match. It will be uh Danielson versus MJF in a 60-minute Iron Man match, and it will also be Samoa Joe versus Wardlow for the TNT Championship, and then it will be the Acclaimed versus the Gun Club and two other tag teams in a fatal four-way tag team match for the AEW World Tag Team titles. So that's just kind of what's going on here. Hangman and John Moxley continue to have a good run. MJF is continuing to have some good promos with the Danielson stuff. So just go check that stuff out, man. It's really good. Um, we're gonna see more stuff leading up. Revolutions in 2 weeks. Um, we still have way more matches to be announced. We've only have four right now, and Revolution's kinda like
Yeah. It's like, isn't it like March 5th or March
it's
3rd? One
March
of the.
it's March 8th, but I was gonna say compare it to like a well, I don't want to say I think double or nothing's really like their WrestleMania. Revolution's kind of like their it's like a SummerSlam type thing. It's like their second biggest pay-per-view they treat it like. So
Okay.
go check it out. Go check the pay-per-view March 8th. I'll talk more about that later, but that's just kind of what's been going on in AEW the last 2 weeks. Again, nothing really crazy to talk about. Just thought I'd announce some of the matches. So
Yeah.
those matches you can get a feeling of what the story is going on. But
Listen,
I
it's
recommend it. Go check it
the
out.
matches have been pretty sick. I didn't get a chance to check out Dynamite, but we
I'm
will be
excited
covering
for the
that.
Texas Death Match. Holy shit.
Yeah, they're gonna kill it. But I'm excited for Chamber 2. The last stop to WrestleMania. Christian, we made it, brother. We
Yes,
are
sir.
here. And yeah, so that's it. We finally are here. Have a good night. Stay safe, stay uncensored, and enjoy Elimination Chamber 2023. Bye.